conditions, salaries, terms of service of the police officers. Further, to address issues of political interference, corruption, inadequate training, and structural challenges within the service. 3, Independent Policing Oversight Authority Amendment Bill to provide for further legislative framework, strengthening of IPOA to undertake its constitutional mandate. And then 4, the National Youth Service Amendment Bill to address wider strengthening of NYS with respect to logistical mobility and equipment. 5, Public Order Act Amendment Bill to provide for better management and enforcement of public law and order in the exercise of right of assembly, demonstrations, picketing, and petition under Article 37 of the Constitution. The National Forensic Science Laboratory Authority Bill to provide for further support on the modernization efforts, including establishment of a National Forensic Laboratory to create 10 specialized units to handle different aspects of forensic science. The National Police Service Veterans and Fallen Heroes Bill to address various aspects of welfare of the veterans and the support system for families of the fallen soldiers. All these bills are in the final stage before they can be presented before Cabinet and then tabled in National Assembly and the Senate. As highlighted, it was not always the norm for the police that the police were held accountable for the actions in extrajudicial cases of police brutality. Post the 2010 Constitution, we have had remarkable accountability framework that have led to the punishment of police officers, such as in a William Kimani murder in 2016, where 3 police officers were convicted of death for the murder of human rights lawyer Willie Kimani, his client Josephat Mwendwa, and their driver Joseph Muiruri. B, Baby Samantha Pendo case of 2017, where 4 police officers were charged with the murder of 6-month-old baby Samantha Pendo, who was killed during post-election protests in Kisumu in 2017. 3, Martin Koome murder of 2013, where police officer at the rank of an OCS was found guilty and sentenced to death for torturing a suspect to death inside a cell. Among many other instances that the police have been dealt with, family for breach of law and the Constitution. Although we have experienced worse incidents in the past, the progressive nature of our law and policy will soon make such occurrences rare in our country. Incidents such as bodies being dumped in Yala River, the case of Indian nationals killed in a container at police station, cases of abductions, incarcerations, detention without trial, and recently the death of Mr. Albert Ojwang, while in the hands of police, among others, must be punished by law, and those involved will soon be held accountable. Globally, countries have made significant strides in attaining police reforms. Instances such as public outcry, social movements, and specific instances of violence or misconduct have led to significant and relatable scenarios of police reforms. As a government, we are duty-bound to uphold the highest possible standards in safeguarding the security, formulating priority areas of reform and enforcement of law. Our goals remain delivery of professional, accountable, and citizen-centered policing that meets the aspirations of our Constitution. To realize these objectives, the Ministry of Interior and National Administration remains firmly committed to pursue policy and administrative reforms and of international best practices. Upon consultation in the aspiration of fulfillment of Constitution 4, I have today directed the implementation of the following policy reforms framework in the National Police Service. On CCTV surveillance, it shall be mandatory to equip police stations with CCTV surveillance to enhance transparency and accountability. all the police stations currently standing at 1,209 shall have CCTV surveillance within the next 2 years. We shall be making proposals to Parliament to enact laws that criminalize tampering with CCTV cameras. The surveillance system shall be in the custody of the officer commanding station, and the said officer shall be required to ensure that the system is always functioning, and instances of fault, it shall be reported within 1 hour through the established chain of command. The CCTV shall have an external backup system. It's important for Kenyans to know that the current stations that have CCTVs are not CCTVs that are sanctioned fully by the National Police Service. It was the initiative of the individual police station, 9 police stations, identify areas for improvement. Working together with civil society, religious leaders, and other stakeholders, we shall ensure regular audits and evaluation with awards to the best police officers, police stations, among others. We are creating systems that evaluate officers' performance based not just on enforcement metric, but also community relations and adherence to requisite ethical standards. This framework shall establish both the criteria for reward and sanction of respective police officers. 5, training and education. I have directed the establishment of continuous professional development training on all officers, beginning with the OCSs, who shall be required to undertake minimum training annually on set of constitutional standards of the National Police Service, as shall be developed in the curriculum. This marks the first step in restoring professionalism, discipline, and service excellence across all ranks. To achieve this, we shall work closely with the National Treasury and Parliament to ensure adequate resources are allocated. It is unfortunate that whenever budget cuts strike, training is often the first casualty. We are also forging partnership with development partners, public benefit organizations, and other stakeholders to sustain this initiative. In our upcoming police recruitment drive, we shall include a specific cadre of specialized officers to infuse fresh talent, professionalism, and modern policing standards throughout the service.